What is happening, y'all? Welcome, I'm back, and in this episode, it's time to take care of the black events over in Boletaria in one quick go. So the fastest way to get the pure black tendency here, go to the gates of Boletaria, and then run right off that cliff that's beyond the gate that we opened. That's the fastest suicide I found. But if you have the world at pure black, go ahead and warp over to Inner Ward. I obviously just did all the running off the cliff to save us some time. Now keep in mind, of course, since the world is pure black, enemies are going to be harder. But the first thing we want to do is make our way this way to get the Primeval demon. We have to kill the doggo. I think my shockwave pushed it into those barrels. And thankfully the Primeval demon is going to be pretty easy to get, but we're going to be aiming to get both the Primeval demon as well as the Phantom in one go. So it's going to be probably a pretty long episode here with lots of running. Boonga boonga. Go up this way. We're going to take this path up, and this will lead us to where we want to go. Nope! Went right over that accidentally. Now, obviously, the reason we're doing it this way is to save on our stones. We'd like to not have to use stones again. You can already see our big wiggly boy. Now, I would still suggest killing the archers because we are on pure black and stuff hurts, so don't give them the chance. Got our colorless demon soul, got some grass from those guys. Which also, feel free to spend plenty of souls at patches. Like I said, we now have an infinite supply of grass via souls using patches as a merchant. So load up on all the grass you want. And now we need to make our way all the way back to the very start of this world without dying or warping. Now, similar to what we did with the previous worlds when we did this, if you do die, all you're going to have to do is just re-suicide to get the world back down to pure black. This way. And honestly, this run's not that bad, because since we've already killed the red dragon, we're able to just kind of all ass across the bridge, and then we go right past the phalanx, and we're there, you know? So, not too bad at all. Especially if you're playing strength build like we are, you're gonna boonga boonga your way past all of these enemies. It's moments like that that make me love strength builds. And the thing is, this only gets better from here as we get heavier and heavier, or more endurance, you know. We're going to be able to put on even thicker armor, and we just become an unstoppable force. Or like a train that has no brakes. Now, the main reason we're doing all of this and getting all these worlds to black, of course, is to move our character tendency all the way to pure white, which after this final kill We should be there. Now, if for any reason your character tendency is not pure white, you can do a lot of character tendency manipulation via online play. I'm going to be talking about that in depth in just a little bit here. This is like the Great Boletaria Marathon. I have that on. Nice little pile of souls right here. This is where I was talking about. Just run off that cliff to suicide. Alright, and with them taken out, it's now time to fight. Just lure her on out. Pancake! Ooh, God, she hurts too. And be careful here, because remember, we die. Our tendency manipulates, we're in trouble. Take your time. Heal, run if you need to. Obviously, don't let her backstab you. And we got the guillotine axe, which is a nice one-handed axe. Right. And that should be the 5 main Black Phantoms. We killed Maralda, Shiver, Lord Rydell, Satsuki, and Selin Vinland. Despite that, that doesn't feel like pure white to me. Well, we will find out in just a moment. Of course, World Tendency has now warped back up in that Arkstone. I want to say we need to go higher, but so anyway, let's talk about character tendency. So while world tendency is impacted when you go into a world and you die in body form, character tendency is a little bit different. Character tendency is typically based upon your interaction with other characters and other players. So if a Black Phantom invades your world and you defeat that, that is going to count as a boost towards white. Defeating the 5 unique NPC Black Phantoms that we killed. Executioner Maralda, Shriver back in 2, Rydell in 3, Satsuki in 4, and Selin Vinland in 5. Those also count as moving us towards white. On the other side, if we were to invade as a Black Phantom and kill the host of any world, that will move us towards black, on the other hand, as well as killing, NPCs. So killing any of the Dregling Merchant, the Filthy Man, the Mistress, Grave Robber Bilge, Filthy Woman, killing any of those will move us towards black. Killing the special named NPCs like Shriver in Act 2, or Blue Phantom, Lord Rydell, or Selin Vinland when we found her and traded with her. That will also move us towards black. But see if we're actually at pure white. If we're at pure white, we should get a ring talking to this guy.
Now you mustn't. If not, have you the strength?
Sure you say yes?
Yes. Now, the old one.
Right, let's talk again and see if we can get the ring.
We neutralized the old one. Have them and the short side.
Come on. Me.
Have you received a she is, and that is why she as the old one. The power that you have
Give me my pure white. Yeah, so apparently we don't have pure white, which doesn't make sense because we've killed all the appropriate NPCs. I'm trying to think back through this walkthrough. I don't believe we killed anything that would have counted. Let's see. Let's go through the notes here. We didn't invade anybody. I'm trying to think, did I like accidentally invade someone? I don't think I ever did. Force the old monk to summon you. That's not it. We haven't killed any NPCs. The only thing that in theory could have affected our character tendency would have been the kill on Yurt, but we gravitied Yurt off a cliff, so that should not have affected it. And I know the black phantoms that appear past Penetrator don't have an effect, and the ones in 2-1 don't have an effect. So, alright, well, then that gives us a couple options here, since we still do not have pure white. Basically, we either need to just kill an invader, or we need to kill an invader as a blue. So killing an invader as a blue is going to be a little bit easier, because we can join a host world and just wait for an invader to show up, versus just hanging out and waiting for one. But we will need to kill one to get pure white. So, to get our final notch here, we're going to help somebody kill a boss. And I did figure it out, so I was there after going back through everything involving character tendency. It turns out the reason we're not pure white is because we pushed Black Phantom Shriver off the cliff. To be fair, the guy has regen on and everything else, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to kill. But yes, that is the one we're missing. So technically we are at only 4 kills, so we need 1 more. Now, if you had killed the old monk while the old monk was a player, that will actually... you'll already be at pure white, because that counts as defeating an invader. If you're not able to do that, though, such as in my case, where we fortunately killed the offline version of the old monk, you'll need to kill 1 invader. Now, the easiest way to do this without having someone come into your world is, of course, getting summoned as a blue and knocking out an invader. I kept putting my blue summon sign down here because this guarantees, almost guarantees we're going to fight an invader. This is a very invasion-heavy hotspot. I do want to note that putting your blue sign down here can actually get you summoned as the boss yourself. So if that is the case, you know, when the text pops up, you'll say you're being summoned or you're being summoned as a Black Phantom. If you get the you're being summoned as a Black Phantom text, just make sure to use your white soapstone and warp out of the world, because killing another player as the boss in this fight will shift your character tendency towards black, and we don't want to do that just yet. We need to get pure white before we go down to pure black. So now, all this really comes down to is whether or not I get the kill on this guy, because that's another important part here, is if the other player, if the host is the one that kills the Phantom, I won't actually get the character tendency here. We have to be the one who gets the killing blow on the Phantom. So to help do this, we're going to pop Hidden Soul. I don't think the old monk will know I'm coming in. Let's see. Oh no, he sees us. Better turn around and look at that host, buddy. Oh, why are you focusing me? Holy shit, dude is on my dick. There we go. And that was the final blow. Looking up at the icon in the top left, you can now see it is extra shiny, and that indicates we have pure white character tendency. So, just to show exactly what I did here, because, like I said, very high rate of invaders, just right at this spot, just use the blue eye stone. If you happen to get warped in as a black phantom, use the white eye stone to warp out. But now that we have pure white character tendency, let's go ahead and get rid of our body form real fast here. We can do a couple things. The first is we can talk to the monumental and get the friend ring, which the friend ring is going to increase the damage we can do when we are playing as a blue phantom. So if you're somebody that likes doing co-op and you like having, you like helping people or just playing with a friend or whatever, the friend ring is very, very potent for that. In fact, it's a, it's like a 20% damage increase, and it affects all damage types. So miracle, physical, magic. Basically, if you were going to do something and hit for 1,000 damage, you're hitting for 1,200 once you get this ring. Assuming you have the ring equipped, of course. Now, with that in mind, a big advantage of being pure white character tendency is our attack power in general is also going to be increased. At pure white, while we're in soul form, which is, you know, not body form, your attack power is going to increase by 10%, and then it'll go up to 20% at pure white. So as long as our character tendency stays at pure white, we just have a flat increase to our attack power. And in the original, at least, this buff also stacked with world tendency as well. Now, like I said, killing NPCs or invading players will bring this number down. It's the allies ring. And I want to point that out because if you are somebody that doesn't like invading, if you're never going to do PvP whatsoever, and you don't care for it, you may not want to lose pure white tendency. Having pure white tendency is, I mean, it's very easy to maintain too, you know? As long as you don't go around murdering NPCs like a murder hobo or invading players, your character tendency won't drop. So, you know, you're set. So, now that we have that ring, which we did need for the trophy, we are going to have to get to pure black. Now, the reason we have to go to pure black is similar to the friendship ring. There is also a ring that we can get at pure black called the foes ring. And just how the friendship ring or the ally ring is going to boost damage as a blue phantom, the other ring will boost damage as an invader. So I want you to really think about this because it may be easier for you to just use a second character and make that your PvP character and get pure black on. If you're strictly concerned with just, you know, hey, I want to get this done. I just want this ring. I want to get the platinum trophy. I'm not worried about it. Then, you know, we can go ahead and start killing NPCs. So, we'll kill this guy to start. You'll notice upon killing this guy, we're immediately... Oh my god, is he gonna actually kill me? There's no way. Oh my goodness, what is this? You're not even that strong, die. You'll notice immediately we are no longer pure white. So we can kill him. Don't kill these two. These two are nice to keep alive. We can kill this lady. So remember, this is the one that would give you the pure faint stone at 20. Go on and kill this guy. Now you could get this by invading players as well, so if you wanted to invade and beat people up, you could certainly go and do that. This is just the easier way to do it. We're going through and we're killing all the less important NPCs. Kill Freak's Apprentice. Alright. And we'll actually have quests to kill them, so we don't want to kill Yuria just yet. Let me pull up my list for who exactly we kill, because we're gonna have her skip a couple of the quest lines for us here. So for the Mistopheles chain, Let's see. Urbane and Freak we can kill now. So killing them would certainly get us to where we need to go. But keep in mind that if you kill him now, you're not going to have access to any of this other stuff. So just keep that in mind. If you're ready to kill him, if you're like, you know what, I don't need Sage Freak, go ahead, give him the boop. Maybe snail the full set. And it looks like that was enough. So looking up top, you can see we now have the red sparklies, and we are now at pure black character tendency. So now what we're going to do is just hit evacuate. This is just going to refresh the Nexus. Now, if we run up here, there'll be a new NPC waiting for us.
No one. Perhaps you will. Do we have a reason?
So she basically wants you to kill a bunch of NPCs. Any of the NPCs that are already dead, we'll just skip that quest. But in particular, she wants you to kill Saint Urbane and his followers, Sage Freak and his apprentice, Patches, Bjor, Ostrava, and then Uria. So this is very much like before you're wrapping up the game. If you want to keep in mind that once you kill this guy similar to Sage Freak, you're not going to be able to change out the things you have on. So right now I have Hidden Soul and Evacuate. I'm going to just have those, and I won't be able to have Second Chance on. Alternatively, I can we'll drop these off and we'll put Second Chance on just because that's more useful in general. Gotta give him the boop. Oh, damn it. There we go. Also get the Saint set in the ring. Now, because we've already killed quite a few of the NPCs, we're actually going to be able to skip a fair amount of her chain. She would tell us to kill Sage Freak. Since he's already dead, we're not going to have to worry about that. And in fact, we can just progress it on up. So Patches is going to be the target, and then Bjor is going to be the target. Before we kill Patches, since we don't have Evacuate anymore, I'm going to pick up 4 Arcstones here. In a similar fashion, if you need grass, this is going to be your last chance to pick up grass if you're going to kill Patches. Oh, no, I fucked up. Never mind. We weren't supposed to kill Patches yet. Damn it. Well, that's okay. So don't kill Patches yet. Talk to her first, and then she'll tell you to kill Patches. I forgot that we need to talk to her between each murder to get the reward. So we'll talk to her. So it is done. Here's your reward. Take it. We get a stone for Freak. We get a stone for Urbane.
I want you to kill.
Now she wants us to kill Boar. Accept the offer. If we had talked to her before Patches, which I can't believe I completely forgot that, we would have gotten a colorless Demon Soul. So 1 colorless Demon Soul short, but that's okay. Now we're gonna kill Bjor. He would typically help with the dragon in 1-4, but there's nothing for killing that dragon. Obviously, the Ring of Great Strength full set from murdering him.
Here is your reward.
We got the colorless Demon Soul. Now the next person of the quest is going to be Ostrava, but Ostrava is actually going to die on his own in the next zone as part of his chain. So we don't need to worry about killing Ostrava. However, after we go ahead and, well, basically we're going to go into the next mission. We're going to go into an area. Ostrava will be dead. We'll come back. We'll talk to her. She'll ask us to kill Uria. After we kill Uria, we'll get access to the foes ring. So, yeah, that is that. Now, obviously, like I said, you may want to save and do this stuff on a different character. Being in a pure black character tendency in particular, you have less health in soul form. Your soul form health is 45%. On top of that, and we're kind of just like the bad guy, so we can't have access to, I believe we can use Demon Brand, but not Soul Brand, but we're going to combine those into Northern Regalia anyway, so it's not a giant concern. But anyway, moving on from here, we are going to hop over. We're going to do everything we can in 5-1, like our last minute prep type stuff. We'll come back, we'll finish that chain to get the ring, and then we're going to beat the boss and wrap the game up. So stay tuned, and I will catch you all soon enough as we continue.